aren't in the hearts of the individual cops, in our case deputy sheriffs, then you're in trouble as a society. And I'm going to recite to you the core values by heart, so you know what I'm talking about. Here they come. As a leader in the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, I commit myself that I perform my duty with respect for the dignity of all people, the integrity to do what is right and fight what is wrong, the wisdom to apply common sense and fairness in all that I do, and the courage to stand against racism, sexism, anti-Semitism, homophobia, and bigotry in all its forms. Those are the core values of the Sheriff's Department. What do you think of that?
Yeah.
Now I'll tell you where we got all that. This country that you love so much, and you have given your sweat equity to, as well as your taxes, this country was founded by some very wise men. And the country's constitution is the law of the land. Bill of Rights protect you from government, police or government. They protect you from being treated in a harsh and unfair, arbitrary way. So here's the deal. Constitution, Bill of Rights, civil rights, human rights. It all counts. And I'll tell you why it counts. Why human rights is in there, even though it doesn't fall into it like a law. And our core values are nothing other than a replication of Constitution, Bill of Rights, civil rights, and human rights. A person who has the power to kill, which police do. The power to deny your freedom, which police do. The power to be in your home upon cause, as police do. That do not honor the American law should not be cops. That's my message to you. And my job is to make sure that my deputies play by the rules, operate within the framework of our founding fathers, and that they should be the best example of what an American citizen is. Now, the jails are troubling. I'll tell you what's wrong with one of the problems with our state budget is that we put people in prison and jail in California, and what we do is we expect that locking them up is going to make you safer. That is true while they're locked up. But what do you suppose is going to happen when they come out? Which 95% are coming out. And in this county, they're coming out at a rate of $3,000 a month to this county. What do you suppose you're going to get if we don't say we need a little shift here? I'm a big proponent of 3 strikes. I'm a big proponent of incarceration and punishment. But it's time that everybody that goes to jail start learning something else besides depression, drug addiction, and stupidity about committing crime. So what I've done is we're starting with your jail. My desire is that we're going to know their crime problems, but I want to know their educational problems too. And I'm going to have every prisoner with a learning program. We will not use classrooms in the grand scale because we can't build them. We do have some. We'll use that for certain prisoners. But we are going to use technology. There's a computer that's a handheld computer that MIT, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, has developed. It's only $100. We're going to buy it from the inmate funds themselves. We're not going to get the taxpayers for this. And it has a hand crank, and that's your power regeneration. And we can program DVDs into that little computer that they in their cell can start learning through the instructions on the DVD. And they can take their tests within that system. That's one way to do it. We're going to put screens in the larger areas. We have dormitories. We're going to quiet down the environment. We're going to virtually say, if you want out of this jail a little sooner, you're going to have to learn your way out. And it ain't going to be about nonsense. It isn't going to be about sitcoms and things on TV for today's average viewer. You're going to have to learn English, math, science, philosophy, religion, history, math that's architecturally driven, art, whatever it is. But you are not going to sit in our jails in my county, your county, and just do nothing but get depressed and want drugs. That's the problem in jails today and prisons in California. Now, let me say this. I have a recovery program for domestic violence offenders. It has a 90% success rate, so only 10% are recidivating. I have a drug recovery program for people who are on drugs. I understand drugs are fragile, and people are fragile. They need this, they need that. But I'm also here for another reason. I'm no on the legalization of marijuana. And I want you guys to think about this and vote no for it and agree it to yourself, because it isn't going to work to legalize drugs. Your children are going to be at risk more so. The children are not a part of this program. They'll buy it on market forces. You're not going to get rid of the cartels and all that stuff. So my theory about all this that I'm trying to share with you